Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Wednesday, November 18th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Sunny skies, white sandy beaches, nice and cool this morning, absolutely beautiful. No sweaters, no jackets, no air conditioning, just absolutely gorgeous today. Doors are open, windows are open, unbelievable. I guess that's why I live in paradise, my friends. It is really beautiful today, I have to tell you. Absolutely gorgeous. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, before we get started, got a lot to talk about. Got some, a little bit of news to talk about. And we'll, of course, check over the indices. But before we do that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're looking at this in the European session, you're probably 13 candles as we use 30-minute charts. You're 13 minutes from when I started recording this. So no big deal. There's not a lot of data today, and it looks like it's just going to be a technical day today. So it shouldn't affect you, and your chart should pretty much look like my charts because I don't expect a lot of price action for the day until London. All right. So the way I trade is, I'm always looking for opportunities and probabilities to win my trade, like we all are. Right? We're here to win trades and make profits and to support ourselves, whether you're working, trading full-time or part-time. It really doesn't make a difference. We're still here for one purpose, and that is to earn profits. So we can pay the bills and maybe go on an extra vacation. That's what it's all about. So the way I do that is I listen to fundamentals. I'm really big into fundamentals, but I don't trade fundamentals. That's funny. I pay a lot of money for a news feed, and that's a live news feed that they talk all day long. I always know when something big's going on because their voice goes up about 10 octaves. So, it's on in the background. I listen to it. I hear it. I know what's going on, all over the world. You have to remember what macro traders, we're not micro traders. We're not just trading the euro dollar. We're trading the world. Anything that goes on in the world will affect our trading, and we have to keep that in mind. However, I'm a technician. I love trading the charts. I love trading support and resistance and price structure and price action, and using Fibonacci and looking at past history and just figuring out where we could expect what movement price is going to go. And we always hear trade the trend, and that's true. 85% of the time we need to trade the trend, but sometimes the trend bends. And then you have to trade the other way, right, for 3 or 4 days. We see it all the time on daily charts, right? Get 5 or 6 up days, and all of a sudden you get 4 down days. We just saw it on the S&P 500, right? It came down for 4 days. Finally, we got a green day. So, if you keep all that in mind, you'll be fine. And trade and be committed. Be committed. That's the big thing. I spend a lot of time in front of my computers, and I've started trading in 2006. 2008, I retired from a wonderful career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. And you know what? I don't have a problem with sitting in front of my charts 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. No, I don't sit in front of my charts that long. I take breaks, 2 hours here, an hour there, whatever. But I love trading. I love being in front of my charts. You have to love your charts. Folks, if you're trading on a platform you don't like, change your platform. You've got to really enjoy your trading platform. If you don't like your platform, you're not going to want to be in front of it. And that is the truth. So change your platform. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer. This is the legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, what do we say? Let's hit this news and commentary. All right, so let's head over to, it looks like a mixed day on Wall Street at the close. So the Dow barely closed in the red at 0.03%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.13%. NASDAQ closed barely in the green at positive 0.03%. And the small cap 2000 closed negative 0.27%. And I was at my computers for New York Open, like for the first 2 hours, and I will tell you that does not surprise me the way the Open happened. So, like I said, it doesn't surprise me. All right, what do we got? Let's take a look at the Eurozone. The DAX closed up 2.41%. The FTSE 100 up 1.99%. The CAC 40 up 2.77%. And the Eurostoxx 50 up 2.67%. Wow, they had an awesome day yesterday. Everybody in the green and up severely with some really good change there. Really nice. Nice to see. All right. Let's head on over to Asia, see what's going on. Remember, these countries are currently trading. The Nikkei 225 is currently up 0.90%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.19%. And the China A50 is positive 0.10%. And the Hang Seng out of Hong Kong is positive 0.11%. And the Kospi out of Seoul is positive 0.40%. All right, let's take a look at our economic calendar. Nothing to speak of, my good friends. Really, nothing at all to speak of. We have a very slow day today going into London is like really dead when it comes to data. We only have one, I'm checking, but we only have one high impact news event, and that's in the U.S., and that is building permits, and that'll come out 1 hour before the New York markets open. So please check your economic calendar for that. And it looks like they're expecting the same as last time. Previous was 1.105, and they're expecting this time 150 million. So they're expecting quite a bit more on building permits. So important data coming out in New York should rattle and shake the markets a little bit. So keep an eye on that as we do that. This is not a high impact data alert, but I think that we should be aware of it. That's housing starts comes out at the same time. And a half hour before that, not that we want to hear from anybody, but FOMC member Lockhart speaks. So that'll be interesting. I'm sure that the FOMC members will be on the speaking tour as we move through our trading day and weeks, as we're just about 3 weeks until the big data comes out, whether they're going to raise rates or not. I would say if we get a positive NFP number, that it's a pretty done deal. That I think we get anything above 180, 170, 180, even 200. If we get anything above that on the next NFP, which is 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away, we're going to see an interest rate hike. I think FOMC Chair Yellen, I call it Auntie Yellen, and I didn't come up with that, by the way. A guy I listened to did, and I thought it was the funniest thing. But anyhow, Auntie Yellen is really going to end up smearing mud on her face if she does nothing in 2015. And if they delay this into 2016, I think she's going to lose a lot of credibility, and I don't think we'll see it happen until the next president is elected. All right, let's get over to the charts. We've got 6 currency pairs to look at. This is euro dollar. You can see we had very little price action yesterday. I think it was 30 pips total price action. Remember, these are 30-minute charts. And I just want to see it pull back up to the daily pivot. And we'll sell this at 1.0672. And we'll take profit at the S2 reversal pivot at 1.0643. So we're looking at a 30-pip trade here. But we need something to go on here. This is pretty ugly. It's sideways. There's just nothing's gone on. It's been sideways for like the last 2 days. Had one bleep up, and that was about it. And a bleep down, and that was about it. So, not a lot going on the euro. So, hopefully we can get something out of there, even though there's no catalyst to do that today. All right, let's take a look at the pound. It's a Great British Pound. This is in an awkward position. It didn't work our trade plan yesterday. Remember, I'm bearish in the pound dollar, right? Because I'm dollar strength. I'm positive for dollar strength. So we'll see how this works. But this is a horrible trade plan. I got to be honest with you. We want to see this break this trend line, but we got a fight ahead of us. You got a 200 exponential moving average, then you got a daily pivot point, and then you pretty much got a wide open space down to take profit at 1.5157. And we'd like to enter this at 1.5214. So this is going to be, if it works, it's going to be great. But it's got a battle, and with no data and no catalyst to move this. This wicking and these big candles, this was all because yesterday was just filled with Great British Pound data and just whacked this price action all over the place. And now it's starting to settle down, and hopefully dollar strength will pull in here and give us our trade. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie also was pretty wild yesterday. It's a commodity pair. What would you expect? So I'm looking for this to clear all this mess. It needs to get below this daily pivot. So we want to enter this at 0.7098, and we'll take profit at 0.7073. Folks, I know what you're saying. This is only a 24 pip, 25 pip trade. I agree with you. It's not a large trade. I'm hoping that if we get the trade, we get in it. Listen, if we get to 15 pips, you're going to be break even, right? Plus 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. And you're just going to ride it down. If it breaks this area and continues down, just trail it. And there's a couple of them that I have, a couple of trade plans that are going to work that way. And that's the way I would read that for sure. All right. Let's take a look here at the Euro Aussie. So here we have a situation where we're looking at, I'm bearish here. This has really worked out really well. Look at how nice this is just stair-stepped and traded to the downside. So we just want to keep that in mind. And what I'm looking for here is we're going to look for a break of this trend line. The problem is if it breaks the trend line right away, I'm hoping it breaks the trend line 6 hours from now at the London Open, and we get 12 candlesticks riding this trend line up and then breaks it. But if it breaks the trend line now, the problem here is that it's going to we're coming into support. This is a really ugly trade. It does have potential to give us some good pips because this pair has been moving, 100 pips a day. So, this has potential to really make some nice moves here. So I'm hoping for the break of the trend line, a retest confirmation, and then we'll just take it down. And hopefully it'll just break through this stuff and just continue to the downside. So I'm looking to enter at 1.4972, and we'll get out at 1.4896. And that's what we're looking at on the Euro Aussie. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. The second time in 2 weeks I've done a range trade. There is nothing going on here. This pair hasn't really done anything. We're in a 43 pip range here, folks. I really want to see price come back up to this 131.57 and enter the trade to the short side with a bearish candlestick formation, maybe some confirmation from a lower time frame, and sell this. Where am I going to put my stop? And I usually don't talk about stops. Where are you going to put your stop? Right above that R1 price, right above the R1 pivot. And that's it, because the trade's either going to work or it's not. I'm not going to give this a 40 pip stop. I'm going to give it like a 13 pip stop, maybe a 10 pip stop, right? I'm not giving this a lot of room if it breaks the top of this range. I want to sell this. I do not want to buy this. And then it has the 200 exponential moving average that we have to deal with. So what's the other side of the trade? If we don't get in at 137.57, we're going to have to get in at 131.12. Now, if we get in at 131.12, we're going to have to break this, retest, get a bearish candlestick, and then take it to the downside. Now, you usually wait for 2 when you get something like this and make sure it wants to go down and doesn't want to pull back up into the range. If it closes back up into the range, we're back to square one again. So this is not an easy trade on this Euro Yen. I think it's doable, but like I said, low data, not a big catalyst out there today, so just be careful with that. Let's take a look at the New Zealand. This is a pretty nice trade, really. We just wait. This is closed below this daily pivot. We're just waiting for another bearish candlestick formation. I don't think we necessarily have to wait for the London Open here. I think we can just jump in this, and that's at 0.6466. And we'll take this thing to the downside. Just take it down. And we're looking to take profit at the S1 pivot at 0.6446. So again, there's not a lot of pips here, but I think the S1 pivot can be broken and continue down. And if that happens, just trail it, my friends. Just continue to trade it to the downside, unless you're not going to be in front of your computer. Or you have a trade manager that'll do it for you. But yeah, just trail this thing. Trail it, trail it, trail it. But I think it can work kind of nicely for you. Alrighty? Alright. Traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Traders, I want to thank you for being with me today on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL. FXCL, Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. And traders, I actually went 1 minute over today. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard, and we'll catch you next time. Traders, have a good day and grab those pips. Talk to you later. Take care now, traders. Bye-bye.